howdy, it's me, Medicated Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the Artville, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. That's right. How long have I been doing that intro? 10 years now? It's amazing. I'm so compulsive, far less compulsive than I used to be, but I'm holding on to just a little bit of it, just, you know, for good old times. Anyway, I didn't think I was going to find any records this week, and then I found some records. This is so exciting, a stack of records to go through. So the only update I've got is the knee. It's been such a weird experience. So I thought I slipped, I banged it, you know, I looked it up online. I thought probably the ligament, and but I hardly even noticed it, and it was a little bit tweaky, and I continued to do yoga and, you know, leg presses, my weight workout, and yard work, and then it's a little bit worse, and I ran on it one day, and that was a real mistake. It was just felt like it's the kind of thing like a sprained ankle or something, you know, you kind of watch it and you just pay attention to it and it gets better, but it's not, it's gotten progressively worse. So it just wasn't like, you know, I heard it and then it was hurt this much and that's what I was dealing with. It seems like doing yard work and walking around, so even just walking in the house today. So anyway, fortunately, you know, I called this morning and I wasn't going to do it. You know, I said that thing about the doctor, and I did. I broke down finally. I said, yeah, I did. I said, I did it. I'm glad I did. When they gave me steroids, I could live on steroids if it wasn't for, you know, liver damage. They make you feel young. Steroids are great. But the knee started swelling up like yesterday. You know, I noticed it. So. And it's just become increasingly hard to hobble around on it. So I bought all these braces. That was the whole point in the last video, was to talk about knee braces, the exciting topic of knee braces. So you know you're watching an old guy. And that's it. You know, that reminded me, there's this Marine Corps guy that I met in yoga class. Super nice guy, got 2 kids, young kids, and a wife, and he's works maintenance for like an apartment complex somewhere locally. But he had 2 hip replacements because he hurt himself in the Marine Corps. And he just seems to be, he had something with his tooth, and he was horrible, and now he's torn his rotator cuff, and he said if he can't, you know, shovel in snow, he can almost not do it, but if he does it, you know, he's like, has to put it off because, you know, he'll lose his job, and it's just, and he's pretty young, of course, as you can well imagine. So he's talking to me about all these aches and pains that I never really. What do you need to get 40s? Maybe you start. Is there a time cutoff? Like when you know, all you do is you sit down with your friends over a cup of coffee, and the whole conversation's taken up with like the medications you're on and what hurts and. Instead of like, what's your favorite Katy Perry song, right? I can't believe just because she's been in the news lately for doing stuff that she shouldn't have done. That's the only reason. I have no idea any songs. I can't. Oh, and the music they pump in at the gym is just, and it's not only is it horrible, it's a loop. You know, they like have an hour package, and you hear the same. Hey, I complained about something other than my knee. Wait, let's get back to the knee. That's right. So I bought these sleeves, the compression sleeves, because it didn't hurt that much. So I just bought a regular, there's like a couple of different kinds of sleeves, right? There's a lighter sleeve, and then there's a heavier sleeve, like the 7mm sleeve, and I bought a really good, heavier sleeve that I wear at the gym when I do leg presses. But again, the leg presses and the yoga just didn't seem to, you know, mess with the knee that much. This repetition and walking and doing stuff in the yard. So today I broke down and I bought on Amazon, I got on Amazon and I bought the big wraparound brace with the little metal hinges and stuff. Sort of like a Terminator robot brace. Hoping that will help kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I'll report back on that in the next video. It'll be an exciting video. Make sure you tune in to watch. The first record, Holding Up. Well, let's see, thrift store, record store, 2 thrift stores and a record store. It's a Mystic Moods album I don't have from 1975, Mystic Moods I may have it, but they sometimes have released an album with several different cover variations. So I'm not sure. I love the Mystic Moods. If you're not familiar with them, it's like easy listening, orchestrally, but well done. And they were the first person to mix environmental sounds. So they went out and they recorded, you know, wind and rain and the ocean, and they mixed it in. It sounds like it wouldn't be very good, but they're really great records. Bobby Hackett doing Burt Kaempfert. Speaking of Burt Kaempfert, I wanted to thank Fred for suggesting that the large horn was a contrabass or a bass saxophone. I think that's what he said. So three guys. This rarely happens, but every now and then, and it looked like an interesting album because it's three guys with the big horn. And on the back they talked about, you know, experimenting to get their right style and all this stuff. So it sounds like something that would be interesting to listen to. But every now and then on a big label or a well-known label, they're really horrible projects, and that was really badly done. That record, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, this one's probably not badly done. What does he play? African Beat. I didn't know Kaempfert wrote that one. I guess he did. All right. Some curiosities in today's stack. It's Peter and John present the Singing Pioneers out of Baltimore, Maryland. It's going to be a gospel album of some nature. The Singing Pioneers of River Valley Ranch. Oh, Just Because of Jesus, it's the Gospel Patriots. It's local on Queen City album. All right. Dick Contino, and Dick Contino album I don't have here. He is at the Fabulous Flamingo with his small group, bass, drums, piano, guitar, and trombone. All right, that'll be fun. This looks like fun. Budget on Gold Award label. It's hits by Jim Webb and the Soul Symphony, Up and Away. Including Up and Away by the time I get to Phoenix, Wichita, Lyman, MacArthur Park. Budget. Oh, I bet. Oh. Recorded under the direction of D.L. Miller, so it's the Somerset D.L. Miller. Hayden Record Group. Maybe he was later on he tried with another. That's the first. Anyway. Joe Bushkin, Listen to the Quiet. I'm not sure if I have this one, but I do now. Nice copy, beautiful cover. Fine piano player. I love the DeMaria sisters. And this looks like, oh, Melody d'Italy. It's probably, you know. But whatever they're going to do it right, and it will sound great. And they were a fabulous fashion model singing group. Their covers are always usually have a photograph of them on it, and it's fantastic. Just Because on Venus, out of Union City, New Jersey, it's Mandolino Italiano, featuring Iller Pacciani. I keep trying. Come on. You got to give me credit for that. Presenting the Marshall family. Ugh. Is this the best photograph you have? Oh, yes, it is. Can you use it on the cover? Well, you blow it up, it's going to be kind of blurry. You don't know. Maybe you don't. It's blurry as hell. It's just incredible. Anyway, it's a local record pressed on right out of Cincinnati. Gospel record. And I think I may have this one, but I think that again just because the graphic on the cover is crazy. Oh, and this is Jewel Recordings. This is also local. And here they are in the back, fine photograph standing in front of a wall of clocks or whatnot. And because of the cover, Brought by the Blood, the 1975 on Queen City album, out of Cincinnati local, Bob Willis and the Inspirationals. Oh, that's out of Anderson, Indiana. Could be a right record, not sure. Not listed on the outside. It's Gladys and Howard. Will not be long. So it's got to be a local. And there's some sealed records at the record store in the Dollar Bin. It's a dynamic piano of Mario Said. Sensational. He dresses up contemporary music with a classical touch. Hey Girl, Scarborough Fair, Spooky. Spooky. That might be nice. I have no idea how to pronounce this. It's Greek, apparently, right? I think. Anyway, oh, wake up, okay, but the photograph was worth the price of admission for $1, that's right. What were you thinking about? I don't know, it slipped my mind. Living Guitar, sealed, dedicated to the one I love, covering Casino Royale, Something Stupid. Also sealed, The World We Knew, the terrific cover, Exodus, recorded in England. They sealed it a piece of crap. That piece of crap on the back cover. Quality Control was asleep at the wheel that day. This has been opened but probably played once. I think I have it, but I picked it up again. Sounds and Voices of Henry Mancini. Redoing all his favorites, which include Ebb Tide, The Breeze and I, Flamingo, one of my favorites, Moon Over Manacora, and The Naked Sea, which I don't know anything about, but I bet it's good. Les Brown, In Town, on Decca. There's Les Brown, love him. Now, this is Les Brown In Town, too. So what's going on here? What's going on here? There are two different sets. This one includes Swamp Fire. So see, there's Les Brown with hair, and that kind of, I know you can't see him, but it kind of looks like Les Brown with no hair. I don't know what to make of those two. Norman Plays Novello, featuring Nickelodeon Rag and Heather Hill. I have no idea. Also for $1, Oscar Brown Jr. in A New Mood. Oscar Brown Jr. Straighten Up and Fly Right. Alright. The Singing Caulfills out of Hatfield, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, there's not a great photograph on the cover. What the hell is $1? Another copy of Faraway Places. Oh, I know. How many copies do you have? Oh, maybe 3 or 4. But this is such a clean one that I had to pick it up again. That was compulsive. But that's all right. A Woman on My Mind. Ooh, it's signed by Birch Ray. That's good. Birch Ray. I have no idea. Birch Ray. Produced by Birch Ray. Woman on My Mind. Oh, there's Summertime Blues. Les Baxter. It's a very clean record, but it got stuck to another record, so the cover is kind of like messed up. But just in case. Paul Ott Carroth gives a message to mankind. And I bought this record because I'm still trying to figure things out. And maybe this record will have the messages that I need to help me figure things out. Don't count on it, right? Okay. Sandy Nelson, Let There Be Drum. It was $1. I think I already have it, and I have it again. I don't think I have this one. Brazen Brass New Sounds in Folk Music. Jerome Kern and his orchestra. Wish Me a Rainbow, Rainbow, The Living Voices, Wish Me a Rainbow, Constant Rain, Tiny Bubbles. This is interesting because I think they printed this on foil, and so the rainbow, although it has a little bit of color in it, is the foil showing through the ink, the other ink, which is a curious jacket printing effect. I Can't Stop Loving You, Exotic Guitars. I didn't think I had that one, but and I always say that. Arrangements by Bill Justice. And exotic guitars that I'm pretty sure I don't have. Exotic guitars. It's a bookfold. Exotic guitars, Indian Love Call. Nice. Don't have that one. Love After Midnight, a reissue of Patti Page, but there's a photograph on the cover of Patti aging a little bit. It's still beautiful, beautiful woman there in that photograph. Always looks great on her covers. He sings great, he plays great, he is great. It's Murray Arnold and Tria, recorded at Wilbur Clarke's Desert Inn, Las Vegas. Lounge record apparently on Decca, however, Granada, Alley Cat. And I'm not a big fan of Rod McEwen, but Anita Kerr wrote the music, and there's some sort of spoken word apparently. Not Rod talking, but Gene Merlino apparently. I don't know. So that's it could have something interesting to listen to. Ray Anthony, Dream Dancing Today. Ray Anthony on Capitol. And I have this one, but I picked it up again. Why? Because it was $1. It's very clean. Now this record was released as a bookfold or gatefold, which this is, and also in a single jacket, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. I can't remember what the catalog number for the same. Now, let's look at one of these. Save that for a minute. It's the Best of Frank Enfield. So when you pick up a Best of album, that you figured that there had to be more than just one record, right? That the guy produced or performed, and I never heard of the guy, but he's produced by Norrie Paramore, who's an English composer, arranger, and made his own records, and some really wonderful 10-inch records with great covers on them. So I had no idea who that guy is, but I got an album. One of his albums, Street Scene. It's Felix Slacken. They always look like they'll be interesting, and they never are. But this is your gatefold. It's your Liberty premiere album with the gatefold with the die cut. And, revealing the inside print job. Very nice. Don't have that one. I do have this one, at least 2 copies, and I have 3. It's the Lonely Harpsichord, Rainy Night at Shangri-La. It's super budget lounge with a harpsichord. But apparently they sold enough of them to produce a second set of the Lonely Harpsichord, which I don't have. Snuff Garrett production. Alright. So that's bound to be good. Bound to be fun. And last but not least, simply because it's on the bottom of the stack, looks like a new record, but it's not. 1968, super glossy cover. Looks like what you might find on a reissue, but it's not. Who is Des O'Connor? I have no idea. I probably should know. But arranged and conducted by Geoff Love, so the arrangements could be interesting. I'm trying to find something on here that I recognize, like the title of a song. Anyway, import out of England on EMI Records. It's I Pretend by Des O'Connor. So I'll keep you updated with every small detail of my knee. Can you see that this knee is swollen over this knee? Does this knee look bigger than this knee? Oh, crap. I love getting old. Something new around every corner. Thanks for stopping by. Now for the musical sample.